And I never know when the video ends. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome.
Hi.
To a brand new
What's
episode of FIGGAH Bangin. I'm your host, Dave Smile. Joining us tonight, we have a full crew, which is always nice to see. We have the Humpalizer, Mr. Brian Brink.
Hey, if you haven't done so, just want to let all you guys know it's tax day.
It's not April 15th. What's the matter with you?
Tax day.
That's the bummer you bring? Taxes?
Yeah, that's the bummer.
Man. I did mine in like February, so before the Rona.
I did mine like February.
Oh yeah, what day? I bet you I did first.
No, this was back in like 2007.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah,
The government ain't gonna take my money.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Mr. JD. I ain't paying no taxes.
Fuck you, Uncle Sam. How about that?
All right, so
Needs,
JD's address is.
Nope. I'm munching on them. Don't mind me crunching.
I like those, but I always get super thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
That's what that's for right there. Nice cold water for when I'm done. Anyway. Hi. Hello, my internet comrades. I don't know where that came from, but anyway.
In Russia, the pretzel will crunch you.
And we also have the Pyritalizer. That's really bad. Josh.
Hey, what's up?
the only man that can kick himself in the forehead.
I'm like Wee Man from Jackass. Now I'm disassembled.
No disassemble.
Yeah. Welcome to foot banging.
So do they fit that to your shoe size?
Yeah.
I would
like there's I wear a 14.
Otherwise, you have to buy two different. You'd have to buy two different sizes of shoes if you didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean the foot in here actually has like, metal toes and shit. But
that's fucking.
It's weird. But just like a little.
We should chop the other one off and just.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not a fan of that idea. I kind of.
It'll be fun. We'll make a thing of it.
Oh, it'd definitely be a thing, but that was pretty painful actually the last time.
No. We'll give you lots of liquor.
I don't drink. They gave me lots of morphine, and I was still in pain. I thought they were going to have to start shooting me up with heroin or something there for a while.
That's basically what morphine is.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much. All right. So, let's see. What are we doing? We're going to go over here. Going to turn that off. So now I go bye-bye. Then we move this out of the way. And I didn't make room for my computer, so that's going on the floor.
We can't see what you're
doing.
Bye-bye,
computer.
And then he's going to be like, so I'll take these off. Put the strap on.
So tonight.
Put the what?
Put the who? Tonight we are doing.
Oh.
Surprising nobody.
Magnum PI. Shout out to
So
Tom
this
Kelly.
Is he still alive? He's still alive, right?
Yeah. His mustache isn't, though. He shaved his mustache.
Oh, that's lame.
That's very unfortunate.
He should be ashamed of himself. So this is Fanstoys. I don't know, Magnum. Does that sound right? Sounds right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're Wildrider. So this is the third figure we've gotten for the Stunticons from them.
Yup.
So here he is.
He prom.
Well, I can't look at my computer because it's on the floor.
He says today I'm figure banging Fans Toys Magnum. It's a piece of shit. See you in 2 weeks.
So here he is. He's a piece of shit. See you in 2 weeks.
There you have it, folks. Good night.
So here he is. He is a.
that was good.
Oh, very good. I might have to rejoin. Let's see if this.
No,
That quick?
We still see it.
Hold on. You still
We
see
hear
it?
you.
We still
We
see
hear
it.
you. We see it.
Still good? You still good? Still live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
'Cause the web browser on my phone that I use for this crashed. So here it is. He is a Ferrari. Is he a Ferrari? I think he's a Ferrari.
He's a Ferrari.
Okay, cool. He's a Ferrari of some distinction. I don't know what.
I can look it up while you're
Sure.
talking.
So he comes with his gun. The gun plugs into the back window piece there, and just got a little hook piece on the gun, so that can store like that. The original toy, it would plug in back here. There's like a port there, and you can plug it in like that. So that's a neat way to. That's a fine way to homage it. It's even though it doesn't go in the back, doesn't really matter. I don't remember. Did breakdowns go in the same place?
Breakdowns went
been a while.
in the vents.
To go in the top?
Yeah.
In the top or
Like
in the back?
And in the back, like in between the wheels back there on the
Okay, so in back
trunk,
there.
where the trunk would be.
Right. Kind of like
It's been a while. I
how
didn't,
Sideswipe works, but Sideswipe was through the roof, wasn't it?
no, Sideswipe was on the top.
Yeah.
So he comes with his gun.
Wildrider. He
No,
was
Sideswipe is in the is back in the vents. Yeah.
No, Sideswipe
Ferrari
is
Oh, yeah,
308
no, there.
GTB.
There you go. So there you go, Gary. That's the kind of car he is. Here's his gun.
Sleeping.
Yeah, he's the only person that would care. Oh yeah, it is after 9. I thought it was a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's his gun. It's fine. It's one color. It's the handle pops out for robot mode, like that. It's a gun. It's fine. Would have been nice to see like some highlight colors or something, maybe some silver, but it's fine. It's a gun. So here he is. So for anybody interested, there's my QC
35.
35.
Gonna get
They
you.
hire a new guy. I've not seen him go past 34.
No, I think I've gotten 35 before. I think I've gotten 40 or 50.
Okay.
I think one time I got like
Oh, wow.
50.
It's probably just 3 kids over there just pulling off random
I guess they ran out of
stickers off
stickers.
a roll.
Yeah. So here it is. It's a night. It's a what?
Did you see there was another company that started doing that recently?
There's a
Is it-
KO. One of the KO companies has been.
It
doing
was the Studio Cell Unicron.
Yeah, that's right.
So Zeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zeta.
So there he is. He looks like he should. He's a good looking car. He's got
Mhm.
chromed rims.
I like that.
Oh, that's a nice detail.
They're nice and shiny.
Even. Get some 5 stars.
And the wheels are rubber. They do come off. So that's nice.
I mean, those are accurate to the rims on the 308. So
I would
that's
hope. I would assume they would be because they do tend to get those kind of details right. Back tail lights are painted. If it would focus. There you go. I can't get these to line up perfectly, and I really kind of tried bending them up. They never quite line up perfectly. There was the yellow's a little bit wonky. It's not the end of the world, but I can never quite get it perfect.
I'm going to kill myself. It is the end of the world.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
What was the name of this car again?
the Ferrari 308 GTB.
What's the B stand for?
Bitchin'.
Grand Touring. Grand Touring bitchin'. He's got his tail. He got tail molded in tailpipes. They're not painted. They're not silver or chrome or anything. The same kind of gunmetal as everything else. But just fine. It would have been nice to have those kind of picked out, but what are you gonna do? He's got his maroon stripe down the side. The gunmetal paint actually has like a sparkle in it, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. It's more pronounced in person, but you can kind of see it, like kind of
You
shimmering.
can see it. You can definitely see it. It's a nice metallic flick in there.
It's got the red tinted windows, like the original, character, and the pretty sure the G1 toy had it too. Where's my Menosaur? There he is. No, they're darker.
It was just
No, actually, no, that's the wrong one. I can't see him because he's a foot.
Yeah,
I'm looking
it
at the wrong character.
It was painted red.
So it's got all the right cues. It's got some back fins, rolls like a champ.
Oh, nice and silent. Silent running.
That's what happens with the rubber. Yep, and the rolls nice and straight, which is nice. Nice and smooth on the rubber tires. So that's all good. He is hefty. Hefty. Not wimpy.
Dense.
It's very dense and it's very heavy. Not sure. I think I've said the same thing about Breakdown. I think I remember saying that he was also very heavy in car mode, which may or may not be a good thing for combined mode. I guess time will tell.
Well, he's a leg, so I guess it would be good.
Yeah, I mean it's better than being an arm and being hefty, but I'm sure the arm's going to be hefty too. But we'll see. I don't know. The other thing is, so first of all, you can see it's pretty compact. You can kind of see where everything is: legs, torso, arms. Right?
That's so wild. How good.
It's so wild, Rider.
So very, very similar to the compactness of Breakdown in
Yeah,
off
this.
road.
We'll talk about the transmission when we get there. But the other thing I want to point out was, I think I said the same thing about Breakdown too. It's like I still don't understand how these things are going to connect, because the only place on here I see is these are screw holes, but that's like the only place that I see to connect it. Like there's no clips, there's no unless the legs are somehow going to grip around it, or they're going to be. Or maybe the legs are going to be a solid piece, and this just kind of slides in, and it'll be kind of like a fake, like a phone,
Yeah, I did a deep dive with EE Prime and Lowry after hangout a couple of weeks back, and we went in good on it. And you can mount that thing so that the windshield and everything is toward the leg, so the outside of the car is facing out. Yeah,
you can do it either way.
And I think
if you want it this way, yeah, you can do it both ways. They showed it both ways, but I don't know. Did they ever show? They never showed it in color, right? Only in
only the resin.
Yeah,
stuff.
the prototype.
Yeah.
Again, this is all uncharted territory. We've never gotten a full combiner from them, but they are both on 3, both of their combiners that they're currently running. So we'll see. We will see what happens. But I'm curious if it's just going to be like a facade that he just slots into, or if it's going to like grip around it. Like there's no real way except for like these 2 screw holes, and they're not going to count on this thing being held on by those 2 posts, those 2 holes.
Yeah. Here, I want to do a quick screen share. You can take a quick look. Get a little animation on.
These are the old ones. I know they released new ones, but it looks like they just took those and chopped them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So it looks like it grips from underneath in the top, right?
Yeah, like it cradles.
Yeah, it looks like it hooks over and.
Yeah.
Yep. It locks it into place.
And then
I mean that's a way to do it.
See this on the other side, Ace?
Yeah.
So can you look?
So I wonder if you could.
Can you look underneath him behind the rear wheel there?
All right. So that's Wildrider. So that looks like So it looks like they're taking this piece and sliding it down, right? Because that looks lower than the back of the car. But I don't know.
Into the tailpipes. Maybe something's pegged into the tailpipes.
I'll peg your tailpipe.
Whoa, good buddy.
It looks like those pieces are slid down, but it doesn't look like it's got to be gripping over it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
so it looks like all the detail is going to be Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have this chest detail and everything is gonna be. Oh no, it was the other way. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see.
Yep.
We shall see. The other thing, the only real complaint I have in car mode is I wish these side mirrors either could be swiveled or were soft rubber plastic. But these are the same plastic as everything else, so they're stiff and they're kind of sticking out. You know, it's not the best. And these end up being. Hold on, okay. So it looks like it's a separate piece. See how it slots in there? I was looking to say maybe I did something wrong. You can swivel it around, but no, it's solid on the other side. So it's just they molded it separately and probably glued it in there. So these end up being his forearms. So you'll see it in robot mode, but that ends up hanging off his forearm. So I wish this was either could have been hid away or for car mode because these should have been rubberized. But minor complaint. Otherwise, the car mode is excellent. Like I said, very dense, very beefy. You can knock somebody out with it for sure. Yeah, do like the alt mode. So here he is with side swipe, and you can see he's barely longer, just a smidge, and they're about the same width, more or less.
Side swap looks like he's just a tad wider, maybe.
No, I think if anything, Wildrider's a touch wider. You kind of see. Okay. Look at the wheels.
Yeah.
Look at that wheel.
I guess it was just the angle.
The angle of the dangle. I tell my wife that all the time.
It's a funny angle.
So there you go. So scales well in car mode. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we move on?
I don't think so.
As I sing in verse for some reason.
The chat is very silent.
Yeah. Looks great. Which that's the thing. Every one of these companies that's been putting these out, they have nailed the alt modes. Every one of them.
All right, so ready to move on?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see.
We'll wait.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you? Should we wait another minute?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep. Hold on, I gotta go poop.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Okay, so the transformation on this guy, like I've heard people say that he was the easiest transformation they've ever had on a Fanstoys figure. I don't particularly agree with that. I think it's got a very Fanstoys transformation, but it definitely is more direct.
Fanstoysy.
I'll show you the couple little. There's like one or two little bits that I'll show you that feel very Fanstoys to me. It's a decent transformation. It's better than a lot of their other stuff has been. So, but I don't feel like it's the easiest. I don't feel like it's.
Well,
I don't know.
Let me ask you something, Ace. Back in the day, you would say this was designed by like the B team or C team. What team would assign to this?
For them, this is definitely one of their best transformations. I think that this feels the most like a Dinobot transformation. If that makes any sense. I think this makes sense to me. Yeah, this would be more. This would be more in their A team for engineering, at least. Well, for transformation, because I have one or two little gripes in robot mode, but we'll get there. So to transform it, we're gonna so from here back is the legs. From here up is the chest and the torso and the upper body. So we're going to deal with the legs first. So we're just going to deal with all this. The first bit is the hardest bit to do. It's the most annoying, and you'll see why in a second. So we're going to start by unpegging these and just kind of freeing them up. I should have did that first. There we go. Like that. So now, these are the feet, and they go underneath the roof line. And the problem is there's two clear plastic tabs, like here and here. And they don't feel great. I don't know why they did it that way. You can see them right there. See them down there? One there and one there.
Yep.
Like when you line it all up, see it goes in fluidly and smooth, but the tolerances on this thing are super tight. So getting it to this point, like the tolerances just right here are super, super, super tight. So like once you get it here and you get it pegged in, it's fine. But just like kind of that first little bit and then folding everything together to get it there, this is the hardest bit right there. It's just getting all this started, and when you're going back, finishing it, getting not breaking those tabs. I haven't seen anybody break those tabs, but like I feel like they don't give me the warm and fuzzies.
Does it come in car mode?
It comes in robot mode.
Okay.
Slightly mistransformed because it's Fanstoys and they have to do that for some stupid reason.
Right.
Okay, so now basically we just got to take these and swing them out. So the way breakdown kind of cheated, with the way not cheated, but got taller in robot mode was like they basically folded out the legs. These folds better. These are more I don't want to say elegant, but they make more sense. So now we got to fold these out, and they're gonna pivot around here. So again, getting this started. So we're gonna kind of try to split it. Just split it here, and there we go. Like I said, there we go. So just doing that is the hardest. That's the hardest bit of the transformation, is getting all that started. So once you got all that out, so we're gonna see. We gotta open up this little panel. And I just stuck my finger from behind, and then we're gonna. Now, obviously, that doesn't look like a good knee.
Didn't even buy it dinner.
We're gonna swivel it around there, all the way around, until it's straight, like that, and then close that panel back up. And somebody didn't mute their phone. Not pointing any fingers.
Oh, it was me.
Mine's always.
So now we're gonna. So this little bit here with the QC sticker has to flip up, and it locks in right there. You can see that kind of hook. So we kind of just got to finagle it until this bit comes up like that. And that's the foot. So we can take the foot and fold it out and then slide it. So it's on the slider joint. Technically, you can use that for articulation, but we'll get there. Then we have to flip the heel out like that. And then he's got a secondary heel, which when I transformed it the first time was paint stuck on both of them. One moved a little easier than the other one. The other one had a force to get it to fold over. Now it's fine. But just be aware that the first time you transform it, these do fold up and they might be paint stuck. So just be aware of that.
Are they metal?
They are not. They're plastic.
Okay.
Then we can fold this bit back down and lock that back in like that. There's a little panel right here that's just a cover to fill out the inside bit there. We swing this bit around, and then before we close it up, you can see there's a couple of screws right there. A couple of black screws. So that's a sliding joint. So this whole bit slides down. Then we can fold this up. You can see how there's two holes here? It'll focus. So the top one is for car mode, and the bottom one's for robot mode. So when you slide that bit down, it'll pop into the correct. You can see on the side there, it'll pop into the right hole if it'll go in. There we go. It doesn't go all the way in, but it stays in there. It clips in other places too, and that's a leg. So not too bad.
No.
So again, we pop this little panel out so that we can swivel this around like that. So basically, you want the exhaust to be covered by this little panel. Open up this bit. This is the second hardest bit. Is just getting this unhooked. Flip the foot around. Flip out the heel. Flip out the sub heel. Collapse the knee. Fold out this little panel. Peg that all together. Close this up. And that's the lower half done. So not too painful.
No, not at all.
Look at his cute little toes he's hanging out there. Oh.
So now, to do the upper body, the first thing we got to do is, this little panel you can't see.
Down a little more. There you go.
This little panel's got to fold out.
This little panel stays home.
And then This should all.
All the way home.
So we're just gonna pull this all away like that. That's just to give us some clearance for right now. So these bits here and these bits here are the most Fanstoysy bits of the transformation. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So we're gonna slide out the arms like that.
Oh, and the chest slides.
So the whole chest slides
out.
Yeah.
And before I forget, this little silver bit folds down and fills that gap.
Okay.
Ooh, what the hell's all that?
Ah, nice.
What the
Oh, you
hell's
got
all
some-
that?
You
I got some schmutz. I got some schmutz.
Is it
What
wet?
is that? It is wet.
Yeah, it's that. It's
Lick
that
it.
lube.
What's
that
it
you throw
taste
in
like?
Tastes like fear.
Like
there.
So if you notice,
tastes like Corona.
we're backwards, so we're just gonna flip that around.
Backwards.
Okay, so these, like I said, these are the most Fanstoysy bits. So these little panels right here are just kidney fillers. So we have to rotate these 180 degrees, and then flip them forward.
Move the arm out of the way when you do the second one.
Okay.
All right.
So they only seem to want to turn one way. So you kind of pull it out a little bit. It's just on a ball joint. So like it doesn't want to go this clockwise. It only wants to go counterclockwise on this side. So you got to rotate it 180 degrees, and then just pop it in there. So it looks like that. You're gonna want to go ahead and get the head out now. The easiest way I found is to use that little hook on your spudger and kind of just hook it,
Hook.
and then everything
Thank
comes.
goodness for these spudgers. Genius.
There we go. Or just get your fingers under there. Come on. There we go. Okay. We're just going to lift the head up out of the way for now. And we'll do what we got to do in a minute. Make sure the arms are pulled all the way out. So now these bits, these are the very Fanstoysy bits. So these are going to fold down up in there and fill that in. So these fold out. And then there's a double hinge on this piece. You see the double hinge. So then we're going to rotate this so the double hinge is that way. And then we're going to pass this around the shoulder and then kind of squeeze that in there.
Well, isn't that
that fills in that.
that clever?
That's actually pretty innovative there.
Yeah, man. Dude, sometimes I'm really kind of blown away about how these people design this stuff.
I'm telling you, man, that transformation looks super simple yet super smart.
This is another
Fanstoys.
This is another piece that didn't want to come out the first time. So just get a spudger in there and just give it a little, because it's just the clearance is so tight. So you just get a spudger in there and just pry on it and it'll pop out. Nothing should break. Let's take care of the head now. So the neck, so there's a swivel there and a swivel here in the front. So we want to rotate it on that swivel like that. And then the next swivel as well. So that just kind of lowers the head so it'll fit in that cavity. And then we're going to put a little pressure on there. Actually, a little more pressure, I think. There we go. So you want to kind of line it up and press down on the head, and that'll kind of lock it in. So that panel should sit flush. The backpack will... Actually, so the backpack, you just fold this panel up. And you just want to fold this back like that. There's a double hinge there. And just kind of rock it up, and there's a couple of clear tabs on there, and they'll go in there. And just give it a little squeeze. And then the arms. So we're gonna extendo magic the arms.
So just like that, just as on a slider.
You gotta have them do the YMCA. Rotate it. This is another weird kind of bit, but rotate it 180 degrees. Open this little panel. Rotate the fender piece forward like that. Close this little panel, and then rotate the arm again.
Odd.
So that's another little weird thingy, but whatever.
So
again,
the clearance isn't there.
You're literally doing all of that just to get the clearance to fold that little fender piece.
Yep.
All right, so do me a favor, just pull out that arm, and I want to compare these two shoulders. Okay. Wow. Is it that necessary?
Apparently.
Aesthetic, I guess.
Well, the wheel on his what I'm looking at, his left arm, is the wheel is more towards the front.
Yeah.
when you turn it on the right arm, yeah, see, it's more centered to his shoulder.
So again, up like he's doing the YMCA. So you can see it won't clear the bicep there. So you rotate this, open this little panel,
Yep.
rotate this up. This is another piece that was stuck on mine. One of these was stuck. So it's just a case of work it once and it's fine. Pop that in.
Well, I mean, I'm glad they did it. I mean, it does look better.
Rotate that. Backpack came unpegged. That's okay. We'll peg that back in. And just like that, not too bad. Not too painful. Did I forget to? No, that's right. There is the Magnum. Is that right?
Yep.
In his Roboto mode. If I can get everything kind of lined up and centered properly. There we go. There he is. All right, so there he is. So the transformation is not that bad. It's for Fanstoys, that's pretty good. I think this is definitely one of their better transformations. It reminds me a lot of the Dinobot transformations. I think it's better than the breakdown transformation, just because like those fiddly little bits on the legs.
Fiddly bits.
1 second as I refresh myself.
Oh.
All right, so let's run through articulation. Here's the head. He does have one other accessory that is in the box, and you guys should know by now that I don't like the expressionless faces, the straight line of indifference. So he comes with the straight line of indifference on. So I put the expression face on. And I couldn't figure out how to get the damn head off or how to put the face on. So the way you do it is you just get a fingernail or a spudger in that little groove right there, and this little cap will come off. And then you can easily get the head off and the face off and put the other face on. So thankfully, at least they're learning. They used to put the screw in the back. You had to unscrew it and swap the faces. Now you just pop that off. Appreciate that. You can actually swap the faces and actually use that feature without having to. Because if there's a screw there, it's going to prevent you. You're not going to want to unscrew it to fucking change the face. So I like that they finally did that. So again, there's the face.
I like that expression too.
There's the better face instead of the straight line of indifference. The one QC.
Hey, that was my Cybertron burrito. That's
basically. I do have a QC issue, which I've seen a few other people have it, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. He has a little bit of flappy head, where I have to do it like this to kind of exacerbate it.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
because it's very easy to move up. And it kind of gets stuck like that. Like when I'm messing with it, if I move it at all towards the back, it'll kind of just go like that and get stuck like that. Again, it's not stuck. It's just like, a little friction.
Right.
But that's the only QC issue I had. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's pretty mild
or something.
Yeah. So the head. This is most of my gripes. Actually, well, my only real main gripe. Well, it's two main gripes. One of them is with the head. They put the neck so it can look up to there, and it can look down to there, which isn't like basically that straight, even though it doesn't really want to stay straight. So that's straight. It can look down that much. Not great.
So
not the end of the world. You can't really look down. Swivel all the way around is fine. It's on a hinge swivel, which again, not my favorite. Prefer a ball joint. Said it a million times. Say it again. The only real problem I have with the head, other than the fact that it's not a ball joint, which I would prefer, they put the neck. So the pin, you can see where the pin is.
Nope.
There you go.
Yeah, now you can.
So the pin is all the way back there. So if you look at it where he's actually bending his neck, the wheel's in the way. Let me turn it this way. There we go. That makes more sense.
There you go.
So now it's got to focus.
Focus.
There you go. So when he looks up, the neck where it actually bends in the back is way back there, which I don't particularly like.
I don't know. It kind of looks natural.
No, it's worse in person. Like they put that little filler piece there, but like you can see look how much forward his face is than where his neck is.
Yeah, but he's got a chin.
It's not the end of the world. Yeah, but if you look like where his the front of his face is, with where that neck is, it looks funky.
But
I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your neck is not that far behind your face.
But he's not a human.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, this is more
term.
That's more of a nitpick than the other.
Yeah, that's definitely a nitpick.
But there's been other things. Who else did Megatron do that? No, Megatron didn't do that. Somebody else did that recently. I forgot who it was. That annoyed me. Again, it's not the end of the world, but it's just a minor gripe. Shoulders. So we got friction out to there. Not the best, not the worst. That's good enough.
Stop it.
The tire does stop it.
Okay.
And also this corner.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. I think it might just be the tire. I mean, 100% the tire is stopping it.
If you untransform the shoulder, do you get more range?
I don't think so. So out to there. So that's pretty good. Not the best, not the worst. But that's totally acceptable. It is friction, but it is tight. Would have preferred ratchet, but it's not. It's tight enough. It should be okay. We do have a ratchet around. And it is it's a soft ratchet, but it's a nice feeling ratchet. So that's good. Got plenty of teeth. And unlike the aerial bots, it's actually in line with the chest. It's not, the joint's not down there. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. There we go. So lots of teeth, plenty of motion. The rotation's good. Bicep swivel is friction. All the way around, no problem. Elbows, I believe, should be one hinge to there. So a little past 90. Well, that's straight. So he's got like 100 there. And I believe if we just give it a little nudge.
Oh, nice.
Got a nice little double joint. He's got a little cover piece. Could use a little bit more detail on that elbow, but it's fine.
Did Breakdown have a double joint? Do you remember?
Yes, he does.
I think so, yep.
So it's only those damn aerial bots that can't get him to go past 90.
You can see, here's the side mirror that I was talking about. Just hanging out like that. I don't like that for breakage reasons and aesthetic reasons. And they should have.
In all reality, he's not throwing bows.
Yeah, you never know.
Snap them mirrors off.
So I would have liked to seen them either have this rubbery or just have a little panel where it can just slide in.
You know, rubbery would be nice because, I mean, figures take shelf dives, man, and you know it's little shit like that would break off. You know,
and that would piss you the fuck off.
Yeah.
And then so we got the hands rotate on the mushroom peg, and then I'm not gonna go through the hands. The hands are Fanstoys hands. Said it before, say it again. Not the best, not the worst. All the same articulation again. Every other Fanstoys hand, nothing new. So pin at the base, pin at the first knuckle, thumb on a ball joint, and then no knuckle on the thumb. So they're fine-ish.
Ish.
So now the waist, we have rotation.
There we go.
All the way around with no. It's not ratcheted. It's a friction. It's fine.
Undo anything. You don't get.
You don't got. They didn't see. Look, see, just rotating the waist made the head pop up like that. That's my little QC issue.
But you don't have to spin it one way to get it to.
You don't got to rotate. It can't only turn to the left. It can't only turn to the right. You don't got to undo the backpack to make it turn. You don't got to nothing. It just works.
Nice.
Boom! Look at that.
That's curdy.
My other real gripe is the fact that he has no ab crunch.
Now remember, the breakdown had an ab crunch. We just had to pull really hard.
I understand that. I pulled on this as hard as I feel comfortable pulling. And I've looked at it, and there is definitely no waist swivel. There's no ab crunch, I mean. Because the hinge would have been in here. Yes, look.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Look. There, look. We can see the inside.
Okay. I mean,
no ab crunch.
I don't know. I see something. No, maybe not.
This is connected to the windshield, and then this is the cavity for the head, and there's nothing. That's it. That's all there is.
The hood is connected to the Windshield. The
Windshield
windshield connected to the
tailpipe.
yeah, some.
So
That
that's
sounds like a fucking accident.
Yeah.
so. I wouldn't call that a minus. Like I don't say if it doesn't have doesn't have a feature or a point of articulation, I wouldn't always count it as a minus, especially in App Crunch because that's like the most like unnecessary but nice to have joint of them all. But the thing is, Road King has it and Breakdown has it. So why wouldn't you give it to him? Seems a little that's the part that seems a little weird. Not the end of the world, but again, it would have been, especially the other two having it. It seems a little weird that they didn't give it to him.
You're absolutely sure.
I'm absolutely sure.
Okay.
So he's got hip skirts on the front and back. Nothing on the side, which is a little bit weird. I mean, it's for transformation because the fists kind of go in there.
Yep. Yes, 100% correct.
I was reading that comment.
Mm-hmm.
See, look again, just messing with it. The head pops up. So hips. Let's see, out on friction again, which is not the best. And we got a little lackluster on the Van Dam. Probably, I don't know, 80. I'm saying 80, 85 on the Van Dam out of 100. More than I can do. That's for sure.
87, we'll say.
Let's see. Forward on a nice, strong ratchet. Basically 90 degrees. A little shy, but we can give it to him. And then back. Nothing really hindering it, so you get pretty much the same range. Ooh, backwards. Because these hip skirts get out of the way. We'll fold those out of the way. Let's see. Thigh swivel built around that because it's a universal joint. So thigh swivel built around that. Knees. So I believe we have a ratchet to there. So not great. It'll focus. So the ratchet to there, which isn't great. But if we push it a little more, there's a friction double joint, and he can do, and if we bend it forward even,
kick his own ass.
He can basically kneel. So that's nice.
That is actually a really good kneeling range.
The only thing I could possibly nitpick is only one of the joints is ratcheted, and that's a super duper nitpick. So it's very nice to see the double joint there, especially have that nice range you can get. Let's see what else, and then the feet. So the feet we got. So like I said, you can rock them forward and back like that, which is part of the transformation. But hell, it's a joint. Use it if you want it. And then not because of the sculpt, nothing really up. You got a bunch forward, bunch down. Let's see if we rock it forward. Yeah, I mean, even if forward or back, you're not getting really anything up, unfortunately. But you got plenty down. You do have to pull it forward to get the down. And you ready?
Holy shit. Broke
Hallelujah.
on that rocker.
Finally, got some more ankle tilts. So that's good to see.
The only thing this guy really lacks
that's the
ability
reason.
to look down and
to look down and tie his own shoes.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
Well,
the only reason
he wears Crocs.
Yep.
The only reason I would even bring up
line.
The only reason I would say that the App Crunch is a negative is because the other ones have it, and like it's the only real thing he's missing. Besides that, little bit of a wonky head in terms of movement range and like where that neck is placed, but that's nitpicky. I think the App Crunch is a little less nitpicky, but I think it's still on the nitpicky scale.
Well, considering just about every figure these days has an App Crunch.
Well, again, the other two have it.
Exactly.
So it just seems weird that they wouldn't give it to him.
Maybe it's an old design.
Maybe they're racist against Ferraris. Hold on.
He looks great, though. What?
The gun goes in the hand standard slot, palm groove. Holds it just fine. Again, head gets stuck like that.
So, who would you say is the better out of the two legged bots so far from Fanstoys, Breakdown or him?
Well, let's show them together first. Let's do some size comparisons real quick, and then we'll do that. So here he is with the Prime.
Boy, he's big.
Here he is with Megatron.
I dig it.
Here he is with, let's see, what else can we do? Well, I guess that's really what we can do. All right, so let's show him with, here he is with the Keith version.
Wow.
Now he is hunched over. I don't feel like reposing him after, but
That's part of the fun.
Ace wants to make sure he uses every single joint.
oh yeah. And then here he is. Oh, I hate this thing.
He's like,
Man, that Motor Master is so massive. So he looks like he's a little bit shorter than Breakdown.
No, I got Breakdown a little bit of a pose, so it might be like a half a head.
Oh man,
Huh.
that looks good.
Yeah.
So they are a good looking team together.
Where's my Motor Master at? I can see him in a while.
So I don't know. I think overall, I do really like the Breakdown. I actually do really like the Wildrider as well. It is disappointing without the ab crunch. It's not the end of the world, but you know, when you do the other ones with it, that's what makes it seem like make it seem weird that this one doesn't have it. He's less fiddly than Breakdown. Like I feel like the feet and some of these bits, like these bits that hang out.
Oh yeah.
He feels more polished. Like see, like the way these feet are just like the angles are all the way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
He feels more polished. He feels more finished. Like I said, despite it's just the only real, yeah. I think overall I do like him better. I think it feels, I don't know, it feels more solid. It feels more. It's more a little, even though he has a little bit more articulation, he's kind of more fun to mess with.
Gotcha.
But I think overall, I still do prefer the Keith set. I still don't like how big they are in robot mode. Like I think the more I get into this, and like the closer we kind of get to having all the early stuff, the less I give a shit about the Sunbow chart.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
good
And the
news.
more I give a
These
shit
aren't-
about my own.
These guys aren't on the Sunbow chart, so I mean, it was their interpretation based on the cartoon and I guess how they wanted to do it. So
I don't like that they're almost secret size.
yeah.
It's still. I just think that the more I get into it, the more I don't give a shit about what the Sunbow chart says. Like even last week with the RC, like I feel like those scale better than the Fanstoys.
Mm.
Even though the Fanstoys is closer to the Sunbow chart. But
Yeah, scale's subjective, and between the three sets available, I think the DX9 are actually a little bit taller than the Fanstoys, aren't they?
I've messed with one. I messed with Eric's at TFCon a couple years ago, but I haven't. I don't have one here to go put it next to it.
Yeah. But
I mean-
yeah, you've got your choice of scale
Mhm.
if it's that much of a factor.
I mean, so you got the Keith, the Keith scale, I think, properly in both modes. because they're car sized in car mode and they're car sized in bot mode, which makes more sense to me. I mean, the only reason I would see them as big as Seekers would be to face off against the aerial bots, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. But I don't like the idea of a car turning into the same size as a jet, right? It doesn't really make sense to me.
So, maybe they based it. Here, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So maybe they based it like if they can set a definitive scale for Motormaster and then how they looked at them and how they compare to Motormaster, maybe they did something like that.
Well, I mean,
they had to base it off of something, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to scale well with their own figures. They are so far.
Right.
I think the two of them scale well with Road King.
Right. Well, I mean, do they look like this photo? Like,
we don't have drag strips, so we can't do that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Man.
So
without a chart, it's up to them. It's up to them.
He would come up. Where does he come up to on? Go back to that other one real quick. The one with the lineup. They're all standing next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he comes up to about here. I mean, he's still short.
Yeah.
By about half a head.
Drag strip went all the way up to his shoulder.
Yeah,
unless they were trying to give some sort of perspective there, but it's...
Yeah,
so I don't know if they're going by that. I don't think they are.
This isn't a good perspective because he's like in front of him, and these are guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I hope. Okay, put it this way. I hope they didn't go by that.
Yeah.
There's not much else to go by here. Not a lot of screen grabs. I guess you have to watch the show.
But he also had real quick. He's got like this tech detailing in the chest, and they're both different, which is nice. Under the blue translucent.
I like that blue translucent over it. It looks good.
And it's got the red translucent over some techie bits. And then like the DX9s were super thin. This guy and like people were complaining that Breakdown was. I knocked the gun out of his hand. Was thin. He's still kind of thin. But I feel like the backpack kind of makes up for it a bit. It's not an obscene backpack. Like he does have a little bit of a backpack, but it's not. It's really just the front bumper and the windshield.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable backpack. I like that it helps kind of bulk him out a little bit in the back, so it's not quite so skinny. And then like the feet, you have the kind of silhouette of the car to kind of break up the thinness of the feet. It's a little bit thin, like right here, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like Breakdown, you see how Breakdown really doesn't have. He looks skinnier because he's got really nothing back there.
Yeah.
So that kind of breaks it up a little bit. I like that. It gives it a little bit more bulk. I like to have more bulk, up top. But yeah, so far these stunts, at least the two limbs of the Stunticons, I'm still not a big fan of Road King, but I think so far the two limbs have been pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
Nice thing.
What?
I was gonna say nice thing about this Stunticon set, like all of them, the DX9, even the X Transpod, is like they really don't have to force in that third mode, right? It's like
the limb mode, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just nice. They can just make actual.
It's just a car.
Robot to vehicle transform.
I mean, the only thing they got to put in is split the car in half and for the arms.
Yep. I mean, even this guy would split in half easy. I mean.
Oh yeah, I mean if they had to, yeah, because he's literally just this you can literally cut it right down the middle and have it transform.
Yep.
Just fine. It's literally just here's half and here's half. I wouldn't be surprised if they took basically this figure and made Dead End out of it, more or less. Took this basic skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird, right? It's like, yeah, they could just figure out a way to reshape everything and use the same engineering. Yeah, maybe that's why he doesn't have an ab crunch, because they couldn't figure out how to give him one and have him split in half.
I just got a voicemail without a phone call from Apple. We are getting suspicious activity on your iCloud account that I don't have.
Oh, yep.
And security has been breached due to unauthorized login attempts. We strongly recommend. Period. Please do not access your financial information without. Please press 1 to talk with Apple support. I highly doubt this phone number belongs to Apple.
Yep.
Good old scammers.
You see Twitter.
I love messing with scammers.
I can give you some YouTube accounts if you want.
I watch a few of them, but I actually love
Kit
messing
Boga?
with scammers. Kit Boga is definitely a good one.
What about what the fuck's his name? Jim Browning.
Yeah, he's good.
Jim Browning's the best because he actually fucking calls the cops on them in the country that they're in.
Yep.
Crap, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and then I forgot.
Sorry.
Was it about limbs and splitting in half and?
No, I guess it wasn't important. So yeah, like I said, I think at least the 2 limbs for this guy so far have been excellent. Overall, as a set, I like this set a ton more than the Aerobots. I think the Aerobots are complete garbage. More, not complete garbage, but they're like 95% garbage. These guys, however, I don't know if they're 2 different teams working on these. I don't know if they're 2 different companies that they're just kind of slapping the Fanstoys name on them or what. But to me, like, these guys and the Stunticons are worlds apart. Yeah. I don't really know. Like, I feel like they screwed up the Aerobots so bad, and they're doing a good job with these. And I don't understand why one is so bad and one is so good.
It's got to be 2 different teams.
It's just bizarre to me.
Hey man, transforming stuff in the planes is not easy.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's a lot easier to turn something from a rectangular shape to a more elongated rectangular shape than something from a jet.
But all right, let's see real quick. See, again, just picking them up and moving them over the head did that thing. Just weird. Just weird. Hold on, what are we calling his butthole? That screw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he's in there. Without a question, he is. Oh, he's doing a clockwise motion. And he's tasting it.
Yep. Yep.
He's saying, "Oh, I had pancakes for breakfast."
Pancakes. Waffles.
That was nice. It's like, wow, he just had that ready to go.
I didn't even set that up. But I think that pretty much sums it up. Any other questions? Why you all of a sudden not want to stand up? I think my table is wonky. Nothing wants to stand. Any other questions? Any other?
No, he's pretty outstanding.
Yep.
I do like him. I think he's very, like I said, him and Breakdown so far have been excellent. Road King, not as much, but still decent. It's just the aerial bots have been fucking trash. But all right. Anything else before we mosey on out of here? Or is that any other questions in the chat that we didn't address?
No, chat's been pretty quiet tonight for the past. Yeah, I mean, we had a good little crowd in. I've got them here.
Oh my god! You can see my messy
apple barrel and your
messy ass table.
Oh, did you get that? Is that Zeta repaint of that original Toy World?
That's
those
Kabaya kit.
Yeah, the bubble.
Oh.
Why is it on me?
I don't know.
Because I stopped my phone, and you were the one that it was on. All right, Mr. Fish Shoulder.
Fish
You got
Shoulder.
that chat? Fish
I
Shoulder.
do.
You don't watch. You don't watch Bob's Burgers?
Never seen it.
Oh my God, you're a horrible person. Watch it.
I am, but I'm still not going to watch it.
No, you're not.
Why? Watch it.
I don't know.
It's fucking.
I hear good things.
It's fucking great.
Now I want a burger. God damn it.
Oh, you're gonna want a lot of burgers after him. You have to watch that. Every episode he's got a burger of the day. And somebody wrote a cookbook.
Yeah, there's the book
of all the burgers of the day. Somebody made them all. They made a cookbook.
Yep.
Well, as for the chat tonight, we had Toy Mafia, EE Prime 20, Mr. Hurd, Mr. Von Wolfenstein, KJ Smith, Shay J, Skinny Vinny was in here, John I, P. Ferguson 19, and Mr. Lowry.
All right.
And that's it.
There we go. That's why that didn't want to line up properly. All right. We'll do some way-outs. We'll get out of here for tonight. And I can get into some air conditioning because I'm schwitzing. Mr. Brink,
JD,
where?
you stopped crunching so you could cover up the sounds of his fan.
You're supposed to crunch the whole time.
Dude.
Yeah, he's got sweaty balls.
I'm not that hungry. I gotta save room for. Sorry, guys.
Mr. Brink, where are you at?
I'm at Brinklizer on Instagram, Brian Brink in the Realm Facebook group, and yeah, on this channel a lot.
Just a lot.
Yeah, it's like Thursday and Friday are my weekends from podcasting.
So what you're telling us is we need another show for you on Thursday and Friday. Got it.
Oh, God, no.
You can come and hang out with us one Friday, Brink.
There you go. Every Friday. Now we just got to work on Thursday.
They can be a guest on the ladies show.
The total package.
Okay.
Total package.
All right, you're set. We're good.
Yep.
As long as I wasn't on that last one.
Whew.
I would have loved to. I could be sweating bullets.
I tuned in and I was like, I respect all these ladies too much to continue listening to this.
Yeah.
I saw the
I
topic.
couldn't do it.
I saw the topic and I said, nope.
Yep. I tuned in for a little bit. I was trying to do work. I'm like, I can't focus. I was like, I got to turn this off.
I was like, I've seen all of you in person before. I don't need to be thinking about that. Mr. JD.
You can find me letting the team down, not crunching over the fan. No, I'm just kidding. JD Brocious in the Facebook groups, Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live, Shelf Gravy everywhere, every Tuesday night on Breaking the Mold, Wednesday nights with these fine fellas on FIGGAH Bangin', and the opposing Wednesdays on the Shelf Gravy Show, doing some live tutorial stuff, giving away all the secret ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. All right.
Special sauce.
Mr. Josh. Mr.
Hey.
Fishoda.
Yeah. Well, you can find me here and part of me over there because, legs just fucking laying over there, I guess.
Hey, what happens if you murder somebody but you leave your leg in another state?
That's my alibi.
Got it.
Honestly,
right.
Probably this would be the weapon that I would use because this is one heavy son of a bitch.
That's my
you
wife
can
says
find me
about
on,
me.
Yeah, I'm same. Hey, but weight loss. I'm down another 4 pounds from my last weigh. I'm down to 282.
Wow.
Nice.
I feel like I'm down 5 pounds since last week.
So
I don't know what I did. I stopped eating salty stuff.
Oh, I like
there
salty
you go.
stuff.
Salty stuff on occasion. But yeah, you can find me on Facebook under my regular name, hanging out in the Realm group. And shit posting and pissing people off on my regular page.
Oh, that's the best. I love it. That's
Dude,
my
I had
favorite
to
thing.
block my brother. I had to block my
Oh,
whole brother. Yeah,
nice.
we got into it big time. Anyway,
Wow.
he don't watch the show, so I don't care to say it. But yeah, you can catch me here every other Wednesday with you cats. Every Friday night on this channel on MPSP. And then, of course, every Friday on the All Queued Up podcast with my friend Greg, who finally joined the realm the other day. So he
Yay!
is one of us now.
Welcome.
Gobble gobble.
One
Gobble,
of us. One of us.
I saw that movie in a
We
theater.
accept her.
saw-
That movie's wild, man.
I saw that movie in a theater with my brother. My brother used to take me to all kinds of weird shit in the city. That's the city. So if you're not from New York, the city is Manhattan. So if somebody says the city, it's Manhattan.
Yeah.
We saw that in the city with it was like a bunch of other movies like before, because that movie's only like 40 minutes long or something. I remember it being super short. What movie are you talking about? Freaks.
Oh, the 8-legged kind?
Oh, they're all different kinds.
No.
The end of that movie freaked me the fuck out. I was like 14 when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm
in the
going
box?
to assume that Brink has never seen Freaks.
I've not.
Oh.
And my brother also took me to the city with my friend to see Nosferatu, the silent one.
Ooh.
And they had somebody playing the piano, like live, and then they had a whole bunch of actors, like dressed up, and they were going up and down the aisle. Like it was a whole big
like
production.
the old pipe organ. The whole...
Yep. They had it all set up. They were playing it to the movie, the whole nine.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of badass.
I might watch that this weekend. I need someone to remind me.
You should watch Freaks. Freaks is fucking wild. The end of that movie stuck with me for a long time. It's like that one. That's one of those images that like you see as a kid, and you're like, ah. All right, I am Ace Milo pretty much everywhere. Facebook under my real name. Figure it out. It's not that hard. Mostly on Instagram. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. Just follow the Cool Table Network's page on Facebook to be notified of new episodes, and then you'll find everything. No problem. The other thing is right now, if you go to www.realmofcollectors.com, that's realmofcollectors.com. Right on the front page, you'll see a link for a shop. If you click on that link, we have a bunch of merchandise up for New York Mike, for his all the proceeds of which go to his son. So there's T-shirts, there's long sleeve shirts, there's hoodies, there's a book, there's coasters, there's all kind of swag that Mr.
Beautiful
JD
art print
that JD did the art for. So if you just go on realmofcollectors.com, click on shop, see the banner right on the front page, boom, right there. Buy everything, buy at least one of everything, and every size, every color.
Yep.
You got color choices, so buy all the colors. You have size options, buy all the sizes. Just buy everything. All the money of which goes to the son he left behind, unfortunately. So do your good deed. There's also a GoFundMe. I should put the link on the Facebook page too under the shop. That reminds me. Next time I go on the computer, I'll do that. There's a GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure that's still open.
Yep.
So if you just want to donate cash, you can do that. But do that too. But then go buy some merch too, and then donate a little bit more if you can. Mm-hmm. But seriously, if you have a little bit of cash, donate to the GoFundMe. If you have a little bit more cash and you want some swag, buy some swag. All the proceeds go to him. And yeah, that's going to be running for at least a little while, right?
Like 3 weeks, probably.
Yeah. So just be aware that those are pre-orders. So once you get all the numbers in, get the stuff, comes in, mail it out. So you'll get it more or less around 6 weeks, somewhere around there. But just be aware you're not going to get it right away. But yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching live. Thank you for joining us after the fact. Go buy some stuff for Jaden, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Noodles.
Oh. Are we still?
Say it with me now. Red.